Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe. Tune in now to The Scar Radio.
Hello, my good people. Welcome to the Big Brother Naija special on The Scar Weekend Vibes. I am your host with the most, and in case you do not know, this is that show. That show where we put our spin on things. A lot of people out there are watching the show, and the show has a lot of viewership. What you get here is something you don't get anywhere. Mark my words. Here we put our spin on things. And to make things even more exciting for today, we decided to bring over not just an entertainer, not just a lawyer, but a lawyer and a specialist in entertainment, an entertainment lawyer at that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Barrister Tope Salami. Woo!
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, everyone.
It's great to have you here.
Same here, bro. Same here.
So, within your space, do you feel like entertainment law is something looked down upon? Because even in Nigeria as a whole, if you tell your people that you're into entertainment, there's a sort of stigma.
Yeah. So,
do you feel the same thing as a lawyer?
Yeah. So I think it's getting better now. Yeah.
Because the money is coming in.
I know. Even aside the money, I mean, they are seeing our works. They are seeing the effect of our works. They are seeing that. Oh, okay. White people are calling us to come speak in their country, not even in our country.
Yeah.
So it's like, we now have the value outside Africa.
Huh.
The people outside Africa, they know our value. So since the people in Africa have now seen that, the people outside Africa actually know the value of this particular person or the value of this particular sector of practice, then they've got no choice than to embrace. But naturally in Nigeria, you've been a lawyer. Hardly would people get to see your value until maybe they enter into one problem or the other, and then they know that they can dial your number. But don't you feel that that's typical?
You were doing this here already, and then until you had this global or international acclaim before you then get the respect that is due you over here. Is that what you? Is that isn't that?
Let me tell you the story of Burna Boy. Burna Boy, we all know. He hails from Port Harcourt, and Burna Boy, in his first terrain, came. His song was everywhere. He went in.
That's when his first release,
like his first ever release.
Yes.
Then he went in, he came back, he started giving us it. River State did not recognize him until he got Grammys. So it is typical for the entertainment, industry, the African entertainment industry. It's crazy that some of us, they invite us to come to Cannes in Paris, to come speak, and it is after all this that they will not be like,
invite you to something over here.
Yeah. It's crazy that.
But they've been seeing you all this while. Even before you, they've been seeing you all this while. But then, Nigerians were just like, we like.
It's even very funny that some creatives would actually go to the US to get entertainment lawyers. Because, they believe, Nigerians are not good in this, are not good in that. Wow. But the thing is, at the end of the day, they still come back to us
when the rubber meets the road, right?
Because the practice of entertainment law in the US is far ahead of
from what we have.
Here. So you need somebody that would be able to understand the terrain here. Someone that has good network machineries. I don't need to send an email to you when I see something. Okay, I already know the person to call.
You already know the boots on the ground. And I believe entertainment space, you have your tentacles everywhere in the entertainment space and also in the Big Brother Naija space.
That's the reality.
In the Big Brother Naija space, you have your tentacles in there as well.
In as much as you are an industry lawyer, in as much as you're an entertainment lawyer, in as much as you know your onions and people know that you know your onions, then you would have your tentacles almost everywhere.
You have representatives. You have people you represent in the Big Brother house?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to stay tuned to find out who those people are when we come back.
I won't say this until they're out.
We are going to talk to him to see if we can cajole him to tell
nobody
us
can-
a
nobody can
little
cajole
bit
me.
of something. So you want to stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe. Tune in now to the Scar Radio.
All right, welcome back, guys. This is the Big Brother 9 Jazz special on the Scar Weekend Vibes. I remain your host with the most. And in the studio with me is Tope Salami, an entertainment lawyer. He's very humble. Namaste.
This is me. I'm not from India.
You're not from India.
Yeah.
Oh, before the break, we already delved into the theme of the show, which is the Big Brother Niger special.
Sure.
And we spoke about your entertainment pedigree and background because you're a lawyer. So then
Definitely.
you also have background in entertainment because you've worked here since 2014. You worked
2014. November 2014.
How many notable entertainment lawyers would you say we have in this space currently?
We are no more than 10. Or we are not up to 10.
Is it a lie?
That's the truth. So people need to understand one thing, yeah? The fact that you like entertainment and you are a lawyer does not make you an entertainment lawyer. That's one. The second thing is the fact that you are in a law firm and maybe you are attending to one or two creatives or you are handling one or two briefs for one or two creatives does not actually make you a lawyer. Surprisingly, we know ourselves.
What does? What's
So, one,
what
your knowledge.
can someone who's coming up, who wants to come into this, what can they do
Yeah. So
to get into this space?
funny enough, yeah, I till date and when I started, I did not have a mentor, and I still do not have a godfather when it comes to entertainment law practice. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I sat and I started plotting the graph myself. Not because people were not doing it at that then, but I wanted to do it differently
From what was
obtainable at that then.
so someone was already doing this in Nigeria before you came onto the
Maybe
scene.
like very few. But then, I mean, they were not really doing the core practice of entertainment law. They were trying to, mixing stuffs together and stuff like that. So, I mean, when I came on board, I mean, I sat, I went online, took some, professional courses, professional courses. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's so the creative sector is a sector I'd always, fallen in love with. I mean, from childhood, joining the choir, playing instruments and stuff like that. So,
What would you say in your what would you say about, in your point of view, from your point of view, I beg your pardon, about the Big Brother Ninja brand as a whole?
Well,
What does that bring to the table?
it brings a lot to the table, actually.
Cash flow?
Cash flow, that's one. I mean, regardless of whatever we do, I tell people you need to understand the business side of whatever you do. Even if what you do is just to drink water, I mean, you need to understand the business side of it. That's one. Aside from cash inflow, there is this, image rebranding of Africa as a continent and Nigeria as a country.
And you feel like Big Brother does that?
Well, reasonably, at least. Whether we like it or not, it's a reality show. So I don't belong to the class or to the category of people that would be blaming the organizers, or that would even blame people inside the house. I mean, they would be like, "Oh, this person is a slut." Yo, man, do you have an idea?
We get that a lot.
They are calling this person a slut because this person is trying to be himself or herself on a national TV. You that you are calling the person a slut might be worse than the person. Everybody na barrel. Now person way then catch like this, now then they call back. Now then they call barrel. But I mean, in the real sense of it, just like Tubaba said, nobody only pass. So for me, I mean, the Big Brother brand, it has come to stay, whether we like it or not.
Whether we like it or not, right?
It has come to stay. I mean, Big Brother was like a therapy during COVID-19. Remember?
Yeah,
So the therapy.
I think that was even when they had like a major boost. Everyone.
Yes, ma'am. I mean,
we had
it's-
preachers talking about it. We
Okay, so
had
imagine
government officials talking about
2020 during COVID, there was Big Brother. 2021, there was Big Brother. It tells you one thing, there are certain things they are doing right. if they are not doing certain things right,
It
they
would have
would not
crumbled by
even
now.
get investors. They will not get sponsors. There are so many things they won't even get.
True. And it seems to me like every year there is always a new crop of investors,
yes, now.
partners, and the main
Increments.
Yes, it always changes. You can see you can sense that from looking in from the outside that a lot of the sponsors are lobbying for these things.
Apparently, I mean, it's obvious. I mean,
Because they must have a lot to gain from them.
see, when you say medical doctor, the doctor will tell you one thing now. There are certain people that go back to depression after some reality shows. Because now they are all alone, they've got a show to keep their company. And after the particular
After
period,
the show, then they're back
what
to
remains they're back to square root one. So there are so many angles that I don't need everybody to look at things from my own angle. Yeah, they might be showing us some parts of nakedness, they might be showing us this, they might be showing us that. But the truth is, nobody only pass.
So let's come to the Housemates. Big Brother has spanned so many years. Big Brother Nigeria spans right from IK days, but now we're in Big Brother Nigeria season with Ebuka as the host.
Level up.
They have 3 levels now. Looking at the Housemates, the ones there currently, what would you say is the marketability quotient of those Housemates? I'm sure as a lawyer you delve into marketing a bit, and
almost every day.
You have a lot. We'll still go into the people that the act he has in his repertoire.
I already signed an NDA. I'm not disclosing anything.
Maybe not for Big Brother, but otherwise.
Okay, very well.
Yes,
Sure.
He has a lot going on,
That's normal.
and I'm sure you have to know the worth of the person you're representing. This crop of people, are they worth much? Because if you look at the last sets and the ones before, it seemed like as soon as they came out, they had like endorsements and stuff, and we may not be seeing that yet. That may be something that may come about in the future. But what do you think of their marketability quotient?
Well, to me, I think one thing will help them when it comes to marketability, and which is their originality. Originality is something that would really help them. And I see that working for guys like Ems.
Who? Hems. Yeah.
I mean, it was like the last one, White Money.
People say Hemis is the only original person in the house. What do you think about that?
Well, maybe because I had known him before he got to the show.
Oh, okay.
So the M's that maybe we used to see in those days, I mean, it's literally no different from the
same one in the house.
Screen. Yeah. So for Tope Bakare's set, I stand to be corrected, but I really want to believe that Tope Bakare has like one of the highest numbers of endorsement in his set. And one thing about Tope Bakare is that Tope Bakare is still very much relevant.
Till today,
Just like Tasha.
He has built out a brand for himself.
He has built a brand for himself. Not that after 1 year, 2 years. I mean, we had Efe.
The 1 year syndrome.
We had Efe. The question is, where is Efe today? Like we had Efe.
You want to talk about it?
I mean, Efe was loved by
everyone.
Not even by everyone. By nature.
He had that
everybody.
that slogan. That's
what something that has to do with worry. I really cannot remember. But something that has to do with worry.
But the dude was on fire. What happened?
Well, so it's just like I said. 1, originality. 2, your team. It's another thing to. So let's say there is a particular. Remember those days we had ice water. Ice water was in the normal transparent polythene nylon. Then
it evolved.
Pure water came. Then bottled water came. The question is, what is the difference amongst these 3 things I listed? Just one thing: packaging. It will shock you that pure water might be purer than
some bottled water that people drink currently.
Obviously. So to me, I think it has to do with originality. It has to do with, okay, what exactly do you have to offer? I don't want to do a business with failure. Even if I believe in you, say, guy, I believe in you. That no, at the end of the day, it still boils down to ego.
So you've still not hit on this my question. I don't know why you're avoiding it. How marketable are they? These ones currently?
No. They are reasonably marketable. However,
reasonably marketable.
However,
that's like saying you're reasonably okay mentally.
No. So
that means
now,
you're not that okay.
I gave you some factors earlier. Yeah, 1, the originality. 2, their team. The team matters a lot. It is not, and I won't start judging any Big Brother housemate
right now
till after 1 year. Obviously, when they're out, brands are already coming to welcome them. Now, it's not even a matter of brands are coming to welcome you. Those brands that are even coming to welcome you, what are they paying? Mr. A can have an endorsement deal with Company A, and Company A is paying Mr. A 10 billion. The same Company A might pay Mr. B 500,000 naira. So at the end of the day, both A and B will come out to say we are representing this brand. But one person's account is fatter, in fact, rigorously fatter
than the other.
So at the end of the day, after 1 year, you might probably see B doing Uber or trekking on the street of CMS. And you'll be like, bro, man, you've got endorsements. Oh, how much now the money?
150K.
And by the time they pay you, your management will take, your maybe your connecting rod will take. So
exactly.
At the end of the day, the money is gone.
But then what would you say, because of this thing you just mentioned about how you have to split your paycheck across board, your management, your team and everything, what would you say of people who would rather self-manage themselves? To try to reduce that overhead, to cut it down a little.
So as a creative, it's ridiculously difficult to self-manage.
You just need a personal assistant, and you can maybe make the calls yourself, or get one of your family members to do that for you.
So your PA can also function as a manager, remember?
Yeah.
And if it's a sharp PA, the PA will be based on percentage. And so there's one thing we all need to know. You getting a manager, it's not really for the manager to get you endorsement deals and stuff. Of course, the manager can get it. But then, you as a creative, you as a celebrity, you must have this detailed structure. Because if you are the creative, you are doing everything on your own, at the end of the day, you will run out of, the law of diminishing returns will certain. And when it's certain, what happens? Boom. Nothing. When Ife left Big Brother, if I'm not mistaken, Ife released a couple of songs and maybe an album.
Yeah, he did.
Can you compare what Ife released? Ife was the winner, yeah?
Yeah.
Lekan was the winner.
Lekan.
Can you compare the outputs of both albums or both body of works?
I would say that I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think Ife was much of a singer to begin with.
It might be.
Well, you'd have to have the talent for it.
Yeah, definitely.
You'd have to have talent for it. A lot of people look at what Lekan has done and they say, oh, he was the winner, he already had an audience. And then just what you just said, I always say, okay, then what about Ife? Why didn't it work out for him? Lekan must be talented in that space.
So the problem is,
the argument is Ife actually talented?
So for me, as a creative lawyer, I tell people, as a creative lawyer, I tell creatives that as a pet project, my law firm has actually started, and the main thing about the pet project is just to let creatives know that talent is not enough. When you are looking for talent,
character,
go to Surulere, go to Iyanoba, go to Yanokwaja.
You see a whole lot of talented footballers, musicians.
Bro, see, the messages, emails, DMs, calls, SMSs I receive on a daily, these things can actually push one into depression. I received one yesterday, and I was almost cheering. The guy was literally begging me as if my dad
You were his last hope.
As if my dad owns Spotify or Apple. Now, I tell people talent is not enough. One, your attitude must be good. This guy does something and he does it fantastically well. Davido.
Okay. What's
Davido might see you now. Oh, you're not feeling okay. Oh, maybe in a party. And it will give you something. At the point of him giving you something, he might not have the intention of, let me do this for the world to see. But trust me, whatever he's giving you, that guy will trend for another 2 or 3 days. If not 1 week. I mean, there was the time he gave Ayefele something at a party.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a weekend. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This guy was trending. You need to be strategic as well.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe. Tune in now to the Scar Radio.
Hey guys, welcome to the Big Brother Naija special on the Scar Weekend Vibes. I'm joined here by none other than the entertainment lawyer himself, Tope Salami.
We did, yeah.
Man, it's good to have you here. We're talking about marketability. And you spoke about Efe and how it is not just one thing that gets you to where you want to be. And you made reference of the comparison between Lekan and Efe and how it's working for one person. So, off the top of my head, I'm assuming that you're saying that Lekan has the right team around him. He has, obviously, you must have the talent to be able to function in any space. So, would you say that the fan base has a lot to play in this, per se, in your rise to the top? Because another argument I have heard is that in Efe's time, the fan base wasn't really what it was like in Lekan's time.
I doubt.
If you don't agree,
if it was everywhere, the same way Lekan
is everywhere. But Lekan, before he left that house, right? Lekan had like 1 million followers. Standard already before even step. I'm not sure if he had up to 300,000.
It's about planning. You must have a strategy. You need to be strategic. Before Lekan got to Big Brother, Lekan already had, I think, an EP.
Yeah, he already had that. Even we featured
he had a video
artists
with Reminisce.
Yes.
Now, when Lekan entered that house, from day one, I knew Lekan would win.
Really?
I had a bet. No. I had a bet.
On, man.
See, yeah. So, I had a bet.
I never met anybody who actually knew that Lekan would win.
See, I had a bet with my friend the first day. See how he got announced. See how dressed he was. There was something special
about him,
about that dude.
But he was receiving a lot of lashing his first 2 weeks.
Didn't he win?
Some people said things like he jumped the fence and entered the house that he needs to smoke or something. They made fun of him.
Well,
he wasn't the fan favorite coming in.
No, of course. I mean, it wasn't the fan favorite, but he went to the house, with a purpose. Guess what the purpose was? The purpose was just to enjoy himself.
And to sell his music.
So when you enjoy yourself, that is like originality for you. Be you. Don't be me. At the end of the day, man, from the first 4 weeks to like 6th week, and he had a good media team.
What would you say about the media team of these guys, this group of guys in the house? I know they've been giving a lot of lashing on how it seems like they are really centered around ships and love and stuff like that. And if you look at their media pages, there's nothing really much for them to talk about apart from their tasks and their love affair. And a lot of them don't really have more than 100 to 200,000 followers currently, and we expected that thing to go up, not come down.
So everybody needs to understand one thing, things are changing. Time is changing so many things. We need to be sincere with ourselves.
Dorothy had 1 point something.
And time is changing, something. Now, for the media team, I mean, I would give kudos to the media team of Fina.
Oh, really? Fina.
I will give kudos to the media team.
How well are they doing, and why do you think they're doing so well?
So it's like a politician, yeah, campaigning on the internet. You might not win. You go grassroots. Couple of times, numerous number of times, yeah, I'd met or I'd seen Team Fina on the street of Lagos.
Really?
Aside from that, Ems or Hemis, I mean, any pronunciation is fine though. It stays it stays close to Bagada, maybe Okoko Mike or something.
Oh, okay.
It stays Oboro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Before Big Brother, it was staying at Oboro Shoki. Now, do you know what that community is doing right now? Oh, Ems is our boy.
He's our son.
Ems is our son. Oh, just like Wari did, Edo did, South did during Efe.
Yeah, I remember then.
You know, people in that region are bastardly rich.
So they
all money.
garnered the votes and the financial power.
That's it, bro. That's it. So for me, it takes a lot. When you are going to the Big Brother house, just know that you want to go and enjoy yourself
and have a good time. But you mentioned just Fina.
But sorry, I'll get back to that now. But Big Brother needs to be very careful too, anyways. So their event will not be a matchmaking, show. Fortunately, yeah, we have Teddy, we have Bam Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, fortunately,
Gedoni and
probably
Kafi.
If they didn't do Big Brother, they might never met.
Gedoni and Kafi as well.
But then, for this particular episode or for this particular edition of Big Brother, you said something about shape, about love. At the end of the day, man, something must kill a man, and something must evict a man, and something must make a man or a woman emotionally reduced. So they're having time. They're having their good time. They're having the best time of their lives there, and let them enjoy themselves. When they're out, they will know it's an entirely different ball game.
I don't know. I feel like your glass is empty, which is not good. We should fill this glass up so that you can tell us who you're representing in that house.
We won't tell you.
He doesn't want to tell us. You said you signed an NDA.
We won't tell you. But very soon, yeah, we'll say it.
NDA could stand for now disclose at will.
I can't hear you.
NDA, now disclose at will.
I cannot hear anybody.
Check it. Disclose it, right?
I cannot hear anybody right now.
Okay. Even if you cannot tell us who you're representing,
okay,
can you let us know how many people you are represented in that house?
Currently, I've got 2 people in the house.
2? Only you?
That we are. Oh, not only me.
Only you?
Me and God.
You are God. So, okay. Let's talk hypothetically, since we don't know. Since you know we don't know, you have refused to give us the names of these people.
It's not my fault.
Now you have 2 people that you have refused to give us their names. Now these 2 people, what do you have in store for them? Because I'm sure when they come out, they want to hit the ground running, and I'm sure you have plans. So what do you have in store for them?
When they're out of Big Brother, they need to go and rest.
Rest?
Yeah,
really?
Because there's this thing that people do not actually know, or people do not notice. Once you eat that limelight, the opportunity to rest may not come again. Because back to back, you're getting booked, you're traveling.
Why would you want to rest again? You've been in a house for 31 days, literally eating.
So the thing is,
and resting.
Once they're out of Big Brother, a lot is happening in our own world. They're in another world. Entirely
different.
When they come out, there will be certain bridges to mend. There will be certain stuff to do.
That's within the house, like altercations
within the house, yeah, and even outside the house, because it will shock you that you come out and they will be like, oh, the person you handed over your phone to was really messing up. This did this, did that. So a whole lot will come in. So 2-3 days you should be able to have settled everything. Hit the ground rolling, and that is why you must get a good team. You must get, and you don't need to be selfish. It's all about growth. Get your team intact.
So you're part of their team.
Well, we are part of.
Or are you the one that convened the team? I just want to know.
I just want
to ask.
We are part of the teams of creatives.
Okay.
We are part of the teams of creatives.
So are you the one who negotiates endorsements for them before they come on? Do you have things like that already rolling?
No, yes.
You've already gotten deals for them?
Yeah, there are people that they already say. In fact, they've sent documents. When this person leaves, bam.
Can you disclose the figures?
Good figures, really.
Yeah, they're definitely good figures.
Like,
you're
figures.
involved.
They are good figures, really.
But just an idea.
Anything is good figure in Nigeria.
500k.
Depending on the angle you are seeing it from.
500k.
No, way above.
Way above.
Way above. Those guys would have good time 1 year post.
So when you're out here, you're trying to make decisions for them. Do they need to have like family representatives?
Of course,
present before you accept these deals.
Yeah. So the thing is, the deals, yes, maybe accepted, but there are certain decisions I tell team members to say, oh, we really cannot make this decision
until
this person comes out. Because so imagine I probably attended a school where they are all vegetarians. And that means we eat egg, maybe we don't eat meat, thereabouts. And one meat company is coming to my team to say, we're gonna pay you 1 billion. Yeah, the money is huge.
Then you turn that down.
I'm not saying 1 billion. I'm just
like whatever the amount. Maybe
there are some things. There are some. See, so it's not me. It's not the team that will be a party. It is the creative.
Now, what if that company is talking about time and things are time sensitive and they need a response, let's say in 3 weeks, and the house and your client is going to be on the show till the final day?
Yeah. So
are you just going to sweep that?
No. So it is unreasonable for any team to say, for any company to say, oh, we need a response in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. The reason is that do you even know when the talent? If you are saying you need a response in 2 to 3 weeks, that means you already have a plan. To say we want to start shooting on XYZ date. The question is, how sure are you that this talent will be available?
You're available for that time.
For that particular time. So at the end of the day, we might agree, but we need to pen it. Parties might have signed. We need to pen it because it is very dangerous. Imagine someone spending 6-8 weeks already in the house. Already got an endorsement through his or her manager, and they've agreed on figure, and this person now goes ahead to win Big Brother.
It goes higher.
It needs to go higher. So at that particular point in time, there will be issues in the team.
Yeah.
Trust me, some team members will say, Baba, we don't even know say you go reach that far.
And then he'll be like, so why didn't you? You're supposed to believe the best for me.
But for this Big Brother, I'm tipping the strongest female in the house. Any of the strongest female in the house.
The strongest female.
It is time for.
You first spoke about Fina. Then now you're talking about strongest female. Are you saying something, my brother?
But Fina is not the only female we have in the house.
Oh, we have Bella, but she's not the strongest female.
Is Fina the strongest?
In my opinion.
Just wait and see.
In my opinion, yeah.
It will shock you. Like bad boy teams. It will shock you about
It will shock me. I'm not sure if you're aware of this rumor that's pervading the entire media space about why a level 3 house was created by Big Brother Naija. People are saying that the reason is that there could be a COVID infestation in the house, and that housemates have been sneezing and coughing, and then this was their attempt to kind of isolate people as opposed to just bringing them out. So I want you to help me make sense to all of this.
I also had that yesterday because I thought someone like Elo Swag would have, been evicted, like
you hate the guy.
No, like I'm only analyzing like what I felt yesterday. And I was told that they've been told to go to
another level.
So for me, I mean, when it comes to COVID or maybe no COVID, at least I'm sure, 100% sure that they were isolated before the show started.
Yes, 1 week.
Yeah. So the best position or the best people to tell us what we need to know will be the organizers of the show. Nobody is in there. We that we are outside, everything are just rumor. We are not 100% sure. The organizers might not come out. The organizers might come out, but then I mean, we really cannot say for sure that this is the true position
from a legal point of view.
Yeah.
If that's where the case, I'm not saying that it is, but if that's where the case, do you feel like the housemates have a legal right to maybe query the administration of Big Brother for not going about
making
due
sure
diligence to making sure that the place was habitable and safe?
Well, it depends on the terms and conditions signed before entering the house. And I'm also sure that one of the terms and conditions usually signed will be the perpetual or restricted, exclusive and perpetual usage of image.
Okay.
Meaning, they can use your image to advertise Big Brother next year. I mean, it's so Big Brother, whether you like it or not, it's like an academy where you develop yourself somehow. You get to see, or you get to have an idea of your purpose in life. Afterwards, they release you to the world. So, depending on whatever document executed,
that's a good way to put it.
I mean, depending on the document executed before entering into the house. But trust me, nobody, and I repeat, nobody has the right to place other people at certain risk. Not even not a risk as high as COVID-19.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we're going to be delving into the world of entertainment law. That is his forte, and that is the pool where he swims quite easily, if I might add. So you want to stay tuned, and we'll be back for more.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe. Tune in now to the Scar Radio.
Just so you know, you can join us on all our social media platforms: the Scar Telegram Radio on Telegram, Scar Radio on IG, Audio Mac, Facebook, and YouTube, and Scar_Radio on Twitter. Yeah. Back to the conversation. Before we delve into what entertainment law is all about, so that people can then have a deeper knowledge of that, I want to find out what your take is on Shegs and Bella. But let's stay on Shegs for now. So not too long ago, Shegs said, I think he said his mom is dead. By his mom, he means the queen. Yeah. So we felt bad for him because we didn't know that he was actually related to this real queen, not another queen.
Wonderful.
What do you think of that brand and that partnership in the house, and then when they come out of the house?
Partnership between
Bella.
and Bella.
Yes, the marriage.
I mean,
the whole marriage thing they've got going on.
As far as I'm concerned, naturally, I would probably say we should hold on till they are out. You know why? You really do not know. You may not be able to accurately judge a man until Pepe don't rest, fame don't come. So Shegs that would probably go to the cinema, to watch movie, and nobody would even greet him. Now,
it's different.
Once they are out, the attention will be different. The ladies
everywhere
sending so many things to that day. I mean, the attention will be everywhere. So it takes loads of discipline, and you must have this foresight. It takes loads of discipline to actually say, let us fly this route. Let us do this. Let us do that.
Do you feel that's a toxic relationship?
We will not be able to know until they're out.
Really? Why until they're out?
Because cameras will not be on them 24/7. Let them stay together for a week or two. Let's say, or maybe a month. During COVID, loads of marriages crashed during COVID.
Yes, of course.
Loads of relationships crashed during COVID. And of course, some people made up during COVID. So, in that human there's this thing that has to do with human factor, yeah. When you're in the same atmosphere, or when you're in the same, let's say space with a particular person, with time you get tired.
Yeah.
You wanna like retract
a little to get your own personal space.
I mean, I have guys that they be like, I travel. Why are they traveling? They are not traveling to do rubbish, but they need to get their sanity.
Yeah.
You need to get it back.
Yeah.
So let's wait. I mean, people didn't believe Bam Bam and Teddy would. Even if they split tomorrow.
At least it happened. And then I have to confess, I was one of those people who thought that Teddy A wasn't one to be domesticated per se. But
at the point you just let some things go. Really, this is life.
Well, has he? Have they?
He has a family now. Families are moving.
Bam Bam had the movie come out.
Fantastic.
You didn't know she was such a great actress, did you?
I never knew. Very fantastic.
Very fantastic. Side comment. Some people were like, people said, after watching that movie, Teddy A might reconsider their marital vows because some things went down in that movie.
Yeah. So that's what we call professionalism. I mean, it's like
how professional can you be if it's your wife?
Allow you to. I'm not gonna allow you, bro. Another man spanking. I don't go allow him.
The guy will be like, after the movie, the guy will be like, man, your wife was such a great actress.
but you know one thing. So I think it has to do with professionalism, limit, trust. People actually thought Simi and Fowles were dating.
I thought so too.
I thought so too. I mean, the chemistry was.
It was too good.
The chemistry was more than, when you go to your town and you tell them you want to take amala, you will say you want to take abula, meaning the mixture of ewedu and begiri. Begiri is made with beans, mashed beans and stuff like that. Like the chemistry of both.
It was people were even going to the mountain to pray for them that God, even if you don't give me money in my life, please let's see me and Fowles marry each other.
The chemistry was mad.
But
musically,
maybe she went for another rapper since that one didn't work.
Okay. But AG Baby is not a rapper. But the thing is, musically, I would say Simi and Fowles had a better chemistry than even Adekunle and Simi.
True.
It was so to me. It's all about professionalism, and it's all about you trust this person, and the person must know its limit. But this one way person they use and it's my madam yansh for she no go that location again. It's happen because at the end of the day, it's not really about the parties now. But going on social media, Twitter is a community for some intellectually mad people.
Yeah.
And what these celebrities, what they read sometimes, it affects. Everybody has one mental health issue or the other, whether you like it or not.
True. Now let's stay there. Speaking of celebrities, I know personally that you have a lot of them as your clients.
We are managing.
You are managing.
Yeah, we are managing.
So
we still need more, please.
We still need more.
We need more.
We.
It will be the managing partner. I will be the principal partner. Because I'm the lawyer here.
Yes, and I'm the doctor of the mind. Like, but let's know a little bit of your background. Who and who do you have on?
So I have DJ Neptune.
DJ Neptune.
Yeah.
Wow, that's huge.
I have Barry J.
Wow.
I offer consultancy, services to major entertainment companies in Africa.
Like,
I would their names.
Oh, you signed another NDA.
What's
it with this guy? Just move around with your pen.
It's funny that everybody's trying to kind of isolate his own lawyer
From another person's
another
lawyer.
brand.
Why? But
From
you
another
cannot
brand. I mean,
breach the interests of your client,
even
even if you're representing somebody else.
So most people would not want to even take that risk. I mean, in this legal profession, we have the good eggs and we have the bad eggs too. Something happened last week. A client of mine was somewhere. Somebody took a client of mine to somewhere. Now, they didn't know that they actually have the same lawyer. The issue came up when they were trying to talk about clearance. And they were like, okay, I will give you my lawyer number or email. Then, Baba, and my lawyer be this now. Then the other person too, and my OG be this now. We don't submit it then. I mean, to me, it's all about...
problem.
No, it didn't. I mean,
Okay.
I would never allow that to cause any problem. It's all about
You're the lawyer in question.
Yeah, calling the three of them. You want me to represent your interests? This is how these things should be. The three of you, go and agree on how you want it to be. Because basically, I mean, I'm only there to advise. I can advise you as a client, and I mean, you have the right to say, no, I'm not taking this to advice. This is what I want. I mean, we'll get it done for you. So, for me, I mean, the community is so tiny. People actually think the creative industry in Nigeria has blown up. No, it has not.
You know, when you speak of how tiny it is, I mean, off the top of my head, I can think of just you, Prince, no other person. Or is there another person that's in this space that?
I mean, respect to Akinyemi, he's our senior. Respect to Foza, she's my mate. We were called at the same time. I mean, we have some other people, Adeolu, Damilare, Lachlan. I mean, and so I call them my children because I'm happy. Like, when I say you born picking like this,
you groom them.
I mean, I'm 100% elated, with their growth. It's cool. So the country has hope, the continent has hope. I mean, for most of us, we even get consultancy services. We offer legal services outside the shores of the country. Because most, so let's say creatives in maybe Accra now, I mean, they might not really have entertainment lawyers. And Tanzania, Rwanda. So instead of paying someone in the US
to, like, who's going to bill you an arm and a leg?
Bro, like, I just hope that we get to that level one day. I mean, I had a case, I had a Barry J case sometime last year, and the Ghanaian lawyer was stylishly billing me per hour. I didn't have any choice. So, yeah, I mean, that's the system. Because when you go to, in that same country, when you go to another lawyer, you won't meet something lesser than what the other lawyer told you. So, yeah, we need to put so many structures in place. Because it is not beyond, so I can come to you now to say, I want you to write a letter for me. And I say, bring 500k. Surprisingly, I will go to High Court to do share there.
50k.
And someone will get 10k. 20k is even too much. So, like, we need to understand our system. I mean, last 2 years.
But then that's because, wouldn't you say, and this is me playing the devil's advocate, wouldn't you say it's because you're already on a level, you're already at that level where you can afford to bill so well? Someone who's just striving to just get by might want to collect the 10Ks, the 20Ks, the 25Ks.
If you are saying I'm at that level, so what are you going to say about the lawyer to Burna Boy? Or the lawyer to Whiskey?
Who's that?
A guy in the UK.
But they are not Nigerians.
One of them is actually Nigerian.
Really? Someone who grew up over there.
Two of them, they're actually Nigerians.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, they grew up there and they're working over there. So, I mean, it's not really about, I mean, I still do free jobs though. It is not about being there. It's about, knowing your value, knowing what you are going to add to this person's team. Once you get that, forget. Even if they don't want to give you the job, you will still chop to another level.
Somehow, man must work.
Somehow.
All right, so very quickly, you can speak to your camera. 1 or 2 words for entertainment lawyers out there who might want to do something in this space.
Yeah, so, I mean, nobody taught me anything, yeah. So if I could start, then that means anybody can start. don't give up. Oh. If you give up, I don't fuck up with that. That's it. I'm serious. I think it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, when I started, then I remember I was.
So you need to stay. You need to keep pushing.
I was having an 8:30 to like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. work when I started my entertainment law. Yeah, I was living in Sulere then. You get to Sulere, and anytime from 1 a.m., I'm out of the house again. I was out of the house anytime from 1 a.m. Come to the island. Start, penetrating some places.
I was even going to ask you that. How do you get a majority of your clients? Is it through referrals or word of mouth?
I think it's all about critical positioning.
How so?
When you position yourself, okay, so you are aware that our celebrities or our creatives would be at a particular place at a particular time. Trust me, if you walk up to anybody and say, "Oh, I can help you make more money," that's it.
That's something I'd like to listen to.
Even Dangote to date. If you walk up to Dangote and say, "Oh, sir, I can help you make more money," Dangote will become humble now. It will become humble. I mean, it's like you're walking up to. It's like we are walking up to maybe a Tony Alumelu and you're saying, "Sir, let's make money."
So you must have something. You must always have something to offer, as opposed to coming to try to take what they have.
There must be a value. You must give them a value first before you take from them. And what are you taking from them? You're just taking your professional fee. That's all.
That's all.
I
mean, that's
mean,
percentage.
Well, not all lawyers are eligible to get percentage.
Yeah,
for me, it depends.
Not all lawyers are like you.
Well, Jesus is the queen and king of everywhere.
Yeah, not all lawyers are like you. So
it's getting better, actually.
On a final note, let's bring it back to Big Brother Nigeria. What would you say on a final note? These guys out there, we already have some of them out. We have Khalid. Khalid was here. He stayed right where you said.
Oh, wow. Let me touch the chair with my hand.
It's your hand. Maybe you.
Maybe I'll be there next year.
What would you say to them in terms of picking out that legal counsel that is best for them?
Well, don't be swayed though. Some people will say the fact that someone is a lawyer does not make him or her an entertainment lawyer. Do your background check. Google is your friend. I mean, it's crazy that 3 years ago, because I knew a guy who was working in a bank, and he was also a DJ. Of course, a lawyer.
A bank by day.
Maybe a DJ by Friday
a lawyer.
Night. A lawyer
who is working in a bank. Was also a DJ.
In the legal department of a bank.
Wow.
Who was a DJ or who probably liked music. He came to a particular transaction saying, "Oh wow, I'm an entertainment lawyer, I do this." Bro, at the end of the day, we match in face, because there are certain things that is the position. Particularly when it comes to copyright of ownership of copyright and stuff like that. That guy, we just drive him like this, like Molu. After 9 months or maybe 1 year, the label sacked him. I mean, I won't tell you.
You did him dirty.
I would want to protect the interests of my clients 100%. So I really don't care if you make a mistake. I really don't care if I make outrageous demands and you be like, "Oh," and you probably fell for it at the end of the day. Everyone is trying to, balance things up for their clientele. I will not be looking at it.
So I'm guessing that it's a ruthless space. Would you say that?
Positively and negatively.
Highly competitive.
Just be good.
I mean, you just said you're trying to get the best for your client at all costs, so it sounds really competitive.
Of course. I mean, it's business. The business world is very competitive. Leave passion out of it. I mean, I take music business or entertainment business. I mean, in various schools and gatherings, and trust me, some people are actually not boxed up the way they are meant to be because of that word passion. So let's look at our old. I mean, I feel so sad watching the television or seeing on social media that one of our legends
is now begging for handouts and stuff like that.
He's begging for maybe 800 and something thousand for operation. I'm like, really?
But then things didn't pay well back then.
Yeah, things didn't pay well back then. But then, some decisions were not rightly made. You know, your intellectual property is a gold mine. Even if you are letting it go at all, you need to let it go for something cool. With a mind-blowing song. Let me use Michael Jackson of blessed memory. With Michael Jackson with a mind-blowing song, may not need to sing any song again till he dies.
True.
The structure there
is
then go to
solid.
Latin America.
Before we sign out, I need to find out from you. Okay, you spoke about image rights on Big Brother Naija show. The housemates that leave the house, eventually they all have to leave.
Of course.
Do they contractually, I don't know what's in the contract, but do you think that it will be something in their contract that would enforce their coming back for the reunion show next year? So is that a must?
No. So the reunion show, from my experience, is not a must.
Oh, okay.
If you look at past reunion shows, you see that you would realize that there were some housemates that were not.
Yeah, the reason why I asked this was because I've heard, a rumor that this was the reason why the brand MultiChoice and the rest had a problem with Efe in the past, and that's what's caused the disconnect between Efe and the brand.
But then, if you look at the last reunion, not all of them.
Yeah, maybe they had.
I mean, for Efe,
good reasons.
It would be of these two things. Fame is when you have that fame. Even before you have it, you just have to always pray to God for directive or direction. Fame is highly intoxicating. Fame, you wake up one day and be like, I mean, because you know that there is nowhere you walk up to people. Let me snap with you. Let me do this.
Yeah.
Even when you go to bank, if the queue is that long,
you'll be moved to the front.
You will still see
and
one banker.
The people online will be like, no, go. Who are we? We're just regular people.
I mean, they are.
To the front.
But that mentality is wrong. If a former British Prime Minister could stay on the queue,
who else?
Then who else?
And well, I guess you haven't been experiencing such things with the people, such arrogance with the people you've been working with, right?
No. So I mean, there are certain clients who are very arrogant.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier,
you learn to
it's all about positioning. You need to position yourself on a level that no one would disrespect you. That's it. When I para, trust me, if anybody hears that, this guy para, they would definitely
because
know
it's not something that's done often. And then when it's done, it's because something has really gone wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our time on the show. It's been over an hour already.
I think so.
Thank you so much, Tope Salami.
Esquire.
Esquire is okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Esquire is fine.
That's fine.
All right, so that's our time on the show. Before we sign off, let us know your social media handle and how people can reach you.
Okay, so on Instagram, on Twitter, it is the Tope Salami. The alphabet D. Tope Salami.
The Tope Salami.
Sure.
All right, guys, you can always reach me on Instagram at @thisisofficialoj, President of Talk. Send me a DM, ask me for 100 million naira, and see what I say. That's over to you. Till next time, guys. Love and light. Ciao.
Turn it up this weekend on The Weekend Vibe. Tune in now to The Scar Radio.